Welcome to another episode of Wizard Outlook. I'm your host Carter Deli, here with Raymond Lyons and the Wizards. Yeah, it was a rough one, rough evening for the Wizards. They fell to the Sixers 112-93. The Sixers were really never threatened, and they continue their pace on trying to move up the rankings, try to get as high in the standings as possible for home court. And B continues his case for MVP. It was just a dominant win for the Sixers, man. But Ray, obviously, going to start with you, man. Just what are your thoughts on this evening's game?
I mean, if Corey Kispert doubles up the next leading scorer, then yeah, you lose by 20. Like that's just unacceptable, man. Yeah, it looked like they ready to pack it in. They were in a position to kind of do something for themselves, but I mean they're just in a free fall right now. And games like this is why you need to take care of business against Atlanta and Detroit. Because between that they had the Bucks and Philly, which was going to be tall hills to climb. You know, so I mean you don't want to go into a game just chalking it up, but I mean realistically speaking, they're probably going to lose those two games. So you got to get the ones that you got a better chance of getting, and they didn't take care of business, man. So now we're here. As regards to tonight, just no fight, man. No fight, no effort. Embiid did what he wanted. They just continued to let him shoot open jumpers from the free throw line. Like you said, Philly was never challenged at any point. They never looked like they were in a basketball game. They was going through the motions, and then yeah, to have the bench almost push the lead to 30 when you had a chance to gain some momentum and get back in the game. That's embarrassing, man. Um, but it's nothing new. We've seen this before. Yeah, I couldn't be me. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You know, somebody's got to show a pulse. Kispert the only one that did tonight. Um, the big three need to break him off something on the next direct deposit because that, like, if I'm him, I'm looking at them a certain way. They supposed to be the guys. You know what I'm saying? And he come out there and play harder than all of them. Like, yeah, yeah, they might as well simulate the rest of the season, man, because it's a wrap. A loss like this, I mean, of course, Philly, they one of the top dogs in the East, but don't lay down, man. You got to show some fight. But yeah, kudos to Philly. They you got to play who in front of you, and they just went ahead and got them out the way. So they we already know the difference between those two teams. Philly is looking to compete for for a title, and the Wizards are struggling to get in the play in. So that's where we are.
Yeah, man. I knew it was gonna be bad in the first quarter when they had like 5 turnovers and Philly scored on all of them. I'm like, come on, though, y'all almost got like a half a game's worth of turnovers. Not even the full first quarter. Like it was still like 5 minutes left in the first quarter. How you come out flat at this point in the season? You need every win. You woke up this morning, you were half game out of the 10th spot in the playoffs, which means you're out of the play-in, and you need every win you can get. You can scratch your claw. Fine. Expectation is the odds were you were not going to beat Philly at home, who's trying to get as high as possible. Like I said, in the standings to have home court. If they can somehow get to the first seed and have home court, that's ideal. That's what they're trying to do. Have everybody come through Philly. But how do you not? How are you flat? How are you flat, man? When you fighting for your lives out here? And see, this is why it's hard to take this team serious, man. Because you don't need to follow anybody's lead to compete. You're a pro. You get a nice check. I don't care if you're the 12th man on the bench, man. Like, look, Johnny Davis, he the rookie. You know what I'm saying? But majority of the world will trade their salary for his.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do is compete. Just give everything I got. Say no more. It's easy. How are you flat? How are you flat, man? And this just really shows how far they have to go to get to even where Philly is. Like Philly's trying to get a championship, but it just shows you the big gap between these two teams, and it shows you the gap between, no disrespect, their franchise player and this guy, the guy here that they stamped as their franchise player. It's just unacceptable, man. And I applaud Pittsburgh, man. And that's the advantage of drafting players from winning programs. They don't know nothing about losing.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, y'all not gonna play. I'm still gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna still give it up and give them all. Like one thing about Pittsburgh, his shot may be off all that. He gonna compete every night. That's one thing you can count on with him. And he's a young player. How is he the only one that showed up? And he the only one that showed up off the bench at 25, 9, and 13. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. I'm not even gonna. You're not gonna go there. It's gonna be nice Sunday. Got the word earlier. Come on. Come on, Bill. Hey, I'm just being. Come on, Bill. Nah, dog. Nah, 13, 5, or 12. Nope. Nah, man. That no. So, they gonna keep them talking about that 250 every time they see this 250. What? Nah, dog. That's unacceptable. Kuzma was banged up. He was off. He at least fought to a double 12, 11, and 4. Porzingis, Lord, he Embiid flu. It's no other way. Every time I keep notes. Every time he faced these physically opposing centers, he tends to shy away from those dudes. And Gav, I can't even get mad at Gav. He had his hands full. He's not an offensive guy. He's a putback, offensive, dirty work guy. So the points not gonna match Embiid. But he had his hands full dealing with Embiid defensively, like every other big man in the league. I was thinking, you 7-3, least you could do was help. Like I remember one play Porzingis when he got hurt and went to the locker room quick, coast to coast. He saw he have a shot, threw a nice pass to Porzingis trailing. Porzingis blew the whole layup. Like, bro, you 7-3. Dunk that young dog. Like you right there, man. Like that just shows the lack of mental toughness, the lack of just focus and want to try to correct this thing, man. So you can't take them serious, man. And what is it? That's 68, man. It's 14 games left. So you damn near need to win all these Jones just to have a shot to stick in the play in.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just unacceptable when you pretty much got like 3, 9-figure players. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unacceptable. These are the losses where they point to when you try to negotiate as a player. And I'm like, what about this performance? And ain't nothing you can say. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad. It's just sad, but this is what they're showing all season. The Maya Angelou quote: when they show you who they are, believe them, man. So, look, man, we're gonna move forward, man. Who's your player of the game?
Mr. Embiid. Like you said, man, every time Philly face Washington, Porzingis, he just doesn't show up. And yeah, Embiid took full advantage, and he knows this. So, and knowing the type of guy that he is, of course he's gonna come out and try to get 50 every time. Fortunately for the Wizards, his night ended early because just wasn't no need for him to be out there late. But yeah, just straight dominant from tip till he sat down for the night.
Yeah, same Embiid. When you got 34, 8, 4 on 4 on 12 or 21, you missed all your threes. You missed all 3 of your 3-pointers, but 10 to 12. Speaking of 10 to 12, at one point he had nearly more free throws attempts than the Wizards team by himself, dog. And he did all that in 31 minutes. Yeah, no resistance at all, man. It was light work for him. X factor for the game.
I like the energy Melton gave Philly off the bench. Especially defensively. Yeah, he's getting his hands on a lot of passes. And I think that was a Pittsburgh 3 that he blocked late in the game off a kick out, ran out there, challenged. Then another time he closed out hard on Bill, messed his rhythm up. It's just always refreshing to see somebody playing defense. And he had 10 points to go with it. And then when the Wizards was trying to fight back late, he had a big 3 just to kind of cut their water off a little bit. So I'm gonna go with Milton.
Yeah, he definitely had a great night. Obviously, Harden, he's similar to Embiid, cruising show 18 and 14 in 33 minutes. Jeez. They ain't feel nothing. This joint was a workout. Dog. It was a pickup game, man. That's what it was. It was a pickup game. But I got to show Tobias Harris some love. Like, he wasn't the most efficient. He was 4 of 11. He had 11. But the defense he played on Porzingis. Like, he got him on Porzingis. He kept a body on him, and Porzingis ain't getting nothing. Like, that's the thing. That's the label on Porzingis. When you get physical with him, he shies away from that. And Tobias contested. He's tall enough to contest the jumper. He kept a body on him, and Porzingis never really got going at all, man. So I both of them, man, and really for the defensive presence that they had, like you said, Melton was swarming, giving the Wizards guards fit, and Tobias took KP out the game. Shoot, you leave PJ on Kuz. Hey, man, we need help, and Pittsburgh was trying to help, but that's how it went, man. They did a hell of a job defensively on the Wizards, man. So it wasn't really much they could do, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know how that go, man. So look, we're gonna go into the comments real quick. Anthony Tony, whole team top to bottom are deplorable, man. We can count on you to keep it 100, man. Yeah, you have no filter. But it's hard to say, hard to disagree with you right now. It's hard. It's very hard to disagree with your comment right now. They got to show something. They got to show the ability to want to compete in these last 14 games. And for a lot of these players, I don't see why they won't do it. It's not like their contract is set in stone, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So you're competing to stick on this team and possibly for another team if they try to make changes, man. Nothing is guaranteed. So, we'll see how it go. All right, you wanted to add something?
Deplorable. That's a perfect description. Nice SAT word. Yeah, deplorable. Yeah, that was embarrassing, man. Perfect way to sum that up, Anthony Tony.
All right, we can move on. Biggie Steve. So who looked good with the 10th pick again in this year's draft? Oh, man. Yeah, it's looking like lottery, man. It's looking like a trip to the lottery. It is what it is. And then the thing is, they just lost. I think they might be the tied or behind the Pacers now. With that, so it's tough. Anthony Tony, they were not trying to pass to the G League players tonight. That says a lot. I'll go back to that Kuz comment post game after the Hawks lost last Wednesday. Wrong time at all. It's just the wrong time, and you could just see as the games that came after that, it's just more and more dissension. It doesn't have to be said. You can just see how they interacting with one another. So, it's tough, man. What's your thoughts on
it? They just not functioning as a team, man. And with the losses piling up, and you already have Discord, that's just going to magnify it, and it's spilling over to the court because, at times they would at least look like they're trying to be cohesive. Now, man, they look terrible out there. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. Maybe. They need to pass to them. Maybe they'll play harder than the main guys. But yeah, it's not looking too good, man.
Yeah, man, you ain't lying. Anthony Tony, he said Harden shook him out of his shoes. I'm assuming you talking about the Monte Morris on. If that's what you're talking about, it was a little bit more. It was a little body involved with that little push off. James famous for that, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs a little extra shove. And Philly, obviously, in the beat down, they're not gonna call it. But yeah, it was a good move. But it was a little extra something to help that move look a lot worse than what it was, man. Michael Kirksey, what's up, man? Win 2 games and lose 4. The Wizards have lost 5 of their last 6, so it is what it is. Michael Kirksey, real teams come, we fold. Pretty much. How it goes. Area 11T, watching the Wizards strike again. Hey, man. Vent, man. Get it out. Get it out. So y'all want to have it with y'all tonight.
It's cathartic, man. Don't hold it in.
Anthony Tony, okay, I'd rather have 11% at Wemby than fighting for a play. And yeah, if they had a chance to get him, that'd be great. But to see the thing with that lottery thing is nothing's guaranteed. So play to win. You could just say, you know what, we want to say Bill Coos, we just gonna lose and just try to get in that mix, and then you luck up and have the 13th pick again. So and what good did it do? Now you gotta get this stain of losing on purpose out of it. You know, like the Spurs, ain't no guarantee they gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been said the hell with it. So the lottery balls got going your way. You know, it's kind of tough to see, but man, if a miracle happened, let's say they don't make the playoffs, a miracle happened, that kid end up here. I just hope these dudes. You know what, man? I'm not even gonna say it. Don't lie to you, man. But I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it. You know, look, it's just certain environments that are more conducive for others. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Moving forward, Area 11T, our mid three got exposed tonight versus a real contender. Look, for sure. Look, I didn't expect them to beat the Sixers, just being honest. You know, that's why those games, as Ray said last week, against the Raptors and Hawks, they were big. You gotta get those wins, man. But yeah, I don't know who called them the big three. That's just something I get. They got a market and stuff like that, but you gotta earn that, man. That's something you gotta earn. And this three haven't really this their first full season being on the court together, and they haven't below 6 games below 500. So it's nothing big about it right now. You know what I mean? That's just being honest. It's not me trying to talk negative. They was hooping them, and it was the other way around. They like 50 games winning stuff like that. You could say that they getting it done, but it's not like that now. So yeah, Philly not playing. They not playing. They in a small group of teams that can win this thing. So. And led by that monster in the middle. And shout out to Embiid, man. Like, I'm good either way where it goes, Jokic and him. You know, if he get his MVP, congrats. Like, I'm good either way. Because the thing I love about what Embiid did this season, he stepped it up defensively. That's what I've been waiting for all these years. Offensively, he been doing it. But he stepped it up defensively, and his team is better defensively because you ain't getting nothing in there now. You know what I mean? Before, you could catch him lazy on the night. You get layups and stuff. That's what messed with the Wizards. They couldn't get nothing easy inside. And that makes your guards like, cool, my big man holding it down inside. I can literally swarm these dudes. I can just focus in on them and make their lives miserable because I know they don't really want to go in there. You know what I'm saying? You taking away just by that, man. So you got to give it to him, man. He's getting it done in every which way possible, man. So just like tonight, he played 31 minutes, but he had 4 blocks. So imagine he played a good 40 or something. That's easy 6-7 blocks. That's a hell of a night, man. So, you know, kudos to Embiid. You gotta give him props where it's due. Anthony Tony, Xavier Cook's about to take over Denny Shine when he comes. Mark my words. Yeah, not right away though. They traded Rui for him. That's a high draft pick. But yeah, if he come in here and get the cooking, man, it's gonna make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot what we see with Jordan Goodwin. Yeah, he's about to be back on the go-go in a sense, two-way. He worked his way into the rotation, so we'll see how it go. Area 11 team might be time to trade Denny because he will always struggle on his roster. Yeah, I don't know, man. They put a lot into him, and they just, like I said, they just traded Rui. It'd be tough to just give up on your other high pick like that too, man. You know, what does that say?
Yeah,
I can't see that happening in the near future, man. It's just that would say a lot about them. Like, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know how to evaluate talent and stuff like that. Unless he come out behind the scenes like I want to roll, I don't feel like I can become the player I can be in here. Then that's something different. But yeah, you just don't give up a high pick like that, especially when you just traded another high pick to give this other high pick a chance to grow and have an increased role, get more minutes. So, you know, that don't make sense. At least right now. Anthony Tony can't wait to hear what's on Sunset Junior lame excuse for tonight's loss. Oh man. Look, can't coach effort, baby. That's on the players. Like I said, he shouldn't even have to coach. No coach should have to coach effort. Do you want to play or not? He could have told them before they could have told him before the game, like, yo, I'm good. I'm kind of, I'm out of it. Cool. He could have rolled with the players that were hungry. You know what I'm saying? They would have gave you better effort. It's the NBA, man. He shouldn't have to coach effort, man. That's what the paycheck's for. So, and once again, you can't put it all on the coach. Biggest thing, if we don't make the plan, who do you see leaving at the end of the season? Yo, Ray, what you think?
Man, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, cause it ain't like it's one person that could be like, man, I just gave it everything I had, and I just need to be somewhere else. Mm-hmm. They all need to make up for their transgressions. Like, they all need to do over. I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave that to the front office, man. That's not my concern. I just want to see these dudes compete. That's it.
Well, I'm just gonna put this information out there before we move on. Kuzma has one more year on the contract next year, and then he's an unrestricted free agent for the 2024 season, which he would be 29. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's kind of dire for him to, you know what I'm saying, get to a situation where he can have a chance to win again. And I'm assuming you're talking about Porzingis as well. Looking at his contract, give me 1 second. He also has one more year. Basically the same age as Kuz. Then after that, he's an unrestricted free agent. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting because if they keep going down this road, it don't make sense for the Wizards to max all three of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's just then you stuck for like 5 years with this group, and you not going anywhere. You moving around 500. That's just not a good look. But like Ray said, that's for the Wizards management to figure out. And like we said, when we come to cover just compete better than what you showed tonight for sure. We're gonna get finished out the last three, then we out of here. Area 11T, and for him and Kisper's careers, I hope they get traded before we run them completely. Lord, you sound like you over this franchise. Sheesh. But Kisper, the way he can shoot the ball and he's improving and stuff, he'll be a great pickup for like a contender or something. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Like the Warriors, he fits so perfect in the Warriors system. Oh man,
the way he's moving off the ball and everything.
Man, what? He helped the Lakers with AD and Bron on them and just spot up and shoot and defend. Giannis, like any team with like a player that draws doubles or something, perfect, man. So, but give him time, man. He's just in his second year. We'll see how this goes. Biggest Steve, big three, more like 3 men and a baby. Oh Lord. Anthony Tony. I don't see how management can be so optimistic about this team and coaching staff. It's obvious Wes Unseld Jr. and his flunkies can't get to the players, so let him go. Once again, man. Is Wes Unseld without blame? No, because 31-37 is enough blame to go around from the top to the bottom. But I'm not. We not about to do this and let the players off the hook, man. Especially veteran players. Now, if this was a young team like the Pistons or something, you still ain't got room to really get an answer because they gotta grow, they gotta learn. This is a veteran team. Dudes don't want rings on this team. They know what time it is. Like what could like be realistic? What could Wes Unseld do today with the way they came out? Obviously, what he called work for Kisper. Like Philly Philly a monster, man. They're a monster. They could very well win this whole thing. They're a whole couple levels above the Wizards. But at the same time, what can Wes Unseld do about a team that come out with a lack of effort after having a day off, and you about 2 hours away?
Yeah, man. That don't even count as a travel game.
Like 2 hours away.
Like
that's a 30-minute trip. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Wes could do anything about Porzingis being scared of Embiid. Like that don't have nothing to do with Wes.
So if they give him effort, maybe he can start strategizing. He just like he looking down the bench like, who number can I call? I want to put Porzingis on Embiid, but he probably gonna piss and beat off like, why you put this soft dude on me? And he just gonna go to him. He gonna go to work on him. Like, I'm about to give y'all 50 now. I was gonna chill, but now I gotta give y'all 50. Come on, man. It's easy to always blame the coaches, man. But player empowerment, right? You see all these players talk. They know what they're doing. They don't really need coaching and all this stuff. So when things go wrong, why don't they get the blame? Nah, they gotta take the heat, man. They gotta take the heat. Anthony Tony, if you can't max all three, then they'll let Cruz walk for nothing. That's wild. They can let KP walk for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see. Last two, we definitely out there. Area 11-2. Problem is everyone knows the Wizards are terrible and developing players accept them. They continue to do the same thing over and over again, and it hasn't worked. It doesn't take a genius to see this. Well, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there, man. But hey, man, the results show what it is, man. Some things you just can't talk about live, man. But I feel your frustration, my man. And last one, Anthony Tony. Y'all want him to live out his contract as a coach? Be real. I want the players to give him maximum effort so we can see that if he can coach. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. They too up and down. They too cool for school. Meanwhile, the All-Star break, teams in kill mode. They try to position themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing other teams across the league, the teams that's trying in the playoffs, the real portion of the playoffs, they win the games when their stars are out. Bucks win the games with Giannis when he banged up a little bit. The Knicks, the Suns win the games when KD. Like, bro, his team's still putting together. And the Warriors, obviously, they the champs. They still got Clay, Steph, or whatever, but they missing Wiggins. Man, got a big win over the Bucks last night. Why can't this team healthy take out the Hawks? At least one of the two games, beat the Raptors. You see what the Lakers doing with LeBron out? AD stepping up. And everybody getting behind him. They still in the mix. So, like I said, man, you can look at the coach all you want. I'm not saying he's without fault. I'm not saying that. But it's only so much I can blame him with the effort, the consistent effort and the execution that the players give him. It's not fair to him. It's just not fair, man. Look, I mean, I think Nate McMillan can coach. But those Hawks players, they didn't give him maximum effort. Look what it did. It cost him his job. Now all of a sudden they playing harder and all that with this new coach because, see, this new coach coming in, Quinn Snyder, he has a 5-year deal, which means he has to leverage over everybody, including Trae Young. So if they don't get their act together, they will be up out of there. See how that works? Players are not stupid, man. They know the power that they have, man. And like tonight, just looking at tonight, it was just unacceptable. Like, come on, man, y'all pros, y'all vets, y'all know better. This was just unacceptable. So, but look, man, it is what it is, man. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back Tuesday. Be at Capital One. Detroit comes to town. See if the Wizards can rebound against them. Take care. We'll see y'all then.